Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you some of the basics to get you started on OneNote. You can see I've already opened OneNote up on my web browser. But before we get into it, I want to talk about accessibility. If you go to support.microsoft.com, they do have accessibility features for OneNote, including a screen reader and keyboard shortcuts. So if either of those seem helpful to you, go ahead and check them out. Going back to OneNote, we need to first make a new notebook, which we can do by pressing this big purple button in the top corner that says New Notebook. And it will ask us to name our notebook. So I'm going to call mine Math 101 Notes. And then I can go ahead and hit the Create button. From here, it will open up a new tab in our web browser, and it will bring us a blank notebook. So you can see here it says this notebook is empty. Click here or press enter to create a new section. I'm going to click here. And it'll bring up a window that asks me to name my section name, and I'm going to call this Chapter 1. Cool, so it made that, and you can see it also at the same time created an untitled page. I'm going to give this page a name by typing up here in the top left-hand corner of my page, and I'm going to call this Unit 1.1. And you can see it automatically updates it in my Pages column. If I want to add a new page, I can come down to the bottom button that says plus page. And let's say maybe I can again click up here on top of the line, and maybe this is Unit 1.2. Going back to Unit 1.1, when we click in this general area, it'll put the cursor right up front. But just know you can click anywhere and start typing, which is fun. So maybe I want to have a section called What is a Scatter Plot? I can type that in there. And when it's in one of these boxes, whenever we hover over the top bar of the box, we get this four-way arrow. And when we get that, we can click and we can drag it anywhere we like. So maybe I want it right in the middle. Then clicking again, just underneath it, will create a new box, and I'm going to go ahead and paste in my definition for what a scatter plot is. It's kind of awkwardly low, so I'm going to hover over that bar again until I get that four-directional arrow, and click and drag until it's a little bit closer. Alrighty, so that's looking pretty good to me, but I think I want an image. I like having images in my notes. So I'm going to click off just to the side here, and you can see it makes it so that box was no longer highlighted. And I'm going to go up to Insert, like I would in Microsoft Word. And I'm going to hit Picture, and then my file is saved on my computer, so I'm going to hit this first option. And then one more button I have to click is Choose File. And this is the image I want, so I'm going to click it. You can see it turns blue, and then I can hit Open. And then finally, I have to click the Insert button. It usually takes a moment or two to load the image in, but you can see there is my scatter plot. And again, it's in one of these boxes with the bar on the top. So when I hover my mouse over the bar at the top, I get that four-directional arrow, and I can click and drag it wherever I want. So I think I'm going to put mine right here. Now this image seems a little big. I probably would want to take more notes on this section. So I'm going to click it, the image, and you can see when I do that, I get this dotted line all the way around the edge. I'm going to go to one of the corners until I get that double-ended arrow and click and drag, which will make it a bit smaller. And again, I think I'm going to scooch it over, so I'm going to hover over the top of the box to get that four-way arrow and scooch it over. So these are just some basic tools to get you started in OneNote. There's a lot of fun things that you can do with it, so I definitely would recommend experimenting with it, playing with it, Googling what you can do, and I hope this has been helpful.